Welcome to my little Tour de France van life vlog. I've driven this evening down from Chamonix to the mighty Col du Galibier, the battleground for tomorrow's stage 4 of the 2024 Tour de France. I made it here just in time before they closed the road. Apparently they shut at 6 PM, otherwise it would have been a very disappointing drive all the way down here to have only got to the bottom of the hill, not made it up here. But yeah, luckily I made it. Although finding a suitable parking and camp spot has been pretty difficult. I needed to have got here probably 2 days earlier really. I wanted to get a nice camp spot and a good location to watch the tour as well. I'm in prime location for viewing the tour. I'm only about a couple of hairpins from the top of the col, and I'm on a hairpin bend as well right here, but it's a pretty miserable spot to actually be camped. I'm wedged between this metal fence just here and the road, so yeah, not much space to enjoy myself, but it is what it is. The race will be approaching from the south tomorrow, but I've come from the north, obviously. Chamonix is to the north of the Galibier, so I've had to come over the col to get here first. Loads of nice spots to camp on the other side, but you want to be viewing them on a climb, not on a descent, because you blink and you miss it when they're descending, whereas they'll be passing you for potentially hours on the top of a big climb like this. So yeah, I thought about maybe parking that side and riding or walking over, but I didn't want to be spending 4 hours or more potentially away from the van in the cold, waiting for them to come. So I sucked it up, I've driven over, found a tiny little spot here, so it'll have to do. This is actually my first time using the van as a camper van. So this is a bit of a fun experience in itself. So yeah, just gonna go and cook some food now and then get ready for bed really, because there's not much else to do. I suppose I could go to the bar, but yeah, I've only been in the toilet all night and there's no toilets, so yeah, I think cook some food, read a magazine and then bed. The advantage of being wedged against the fence like this, at least I've got somewhere secure to lock my bike up for the night. Nobody will be stealing that. Here's my little portable kitchen setup, just a little pop-up camping type stand, simple gas camp stove. I've actually got a picnic table in the van as well, a fold down picnic table and camp chair, but obviously I haven't got any room for them, so just using the van as a seat. But yeah, pretty basic, pretty functional. Nice and simple, pasta with pesto and knacks, i.e. hot dog sausages. Basically the same thing I eat every day. So the stage tomorrow actually starts in Italy, well over 100 kilometres in that direction on the outskirts of Turin, before passing over first Estrière and Col de Montgenèvre, entering France. And then they'll reach effectively the start of the climb in Briançon, way down there. Initially it's a really long, slow drag up the valley, low gradient, pretty straight, big road. Then reaches the Col de Lautrec down there. You can probably see all the camper vans milling around there. Then the climb proper really starts there. Becomes a really narrow, windy mountain road up here to the Col du Galibier. So you can see various vans and cars parked alongside of the road there. I'm camped up by all those cars and camper vans up there. The road actually goes under a tunnel there, but the riders will be going over the col. You can just kind of about see up there a few more camper vans inside the road, with a little notch in the hill, in the ridge crest. That is the Col du Galibier. Must be the only proper full stage which is in the Alps in this year's Tour de France, which is a bit of a shame for those of us who live here, but then we had a hell of a lot last year, so I can't complain too much. Because the following stage, yes, it starts at the bottom of Col du Galibier, down in the Moraine Valley, but it's a flat transitional stage. It just goes all the way along the valley bottom through Abbeville and out towards Grenoble and etc. So yeah, big mountain day tomorrow and then flat again until they reach the Pyrenees pretty much. So yeah, kind of a one-hit wonder this year. One of the reasons it's so hard to find somewhere to park this year is there's still a hell of a lot of snow around, far more than there usually would be in July. Can't think I've got 5, 6, 10, who knows how many vans and so on in that apex of that bend, but sadly not. So that's it, this is my bed set up. It's the first time I've actually folded it out in the van, so I'm glad it fits, although it'd be strange if it didn't. But yeah, as you can probably hear, it's raining now, so not much else to do but go to bed, I guess. The joys of van life. Morning. That was a rather wild night. The van was getting buffeted by the wind, left, right and centre. Glad I wasn't in a tent. But when people out there are in tents, they must have had it even worse. It's absolutely Baltic up here as well. Wouldn't be surprised if there's even some snow outside. I shall find out when I get out there in a sec. But unfortunately I've just been told I have to move my van. Someone knocking on the door, so go get up and find another spot, unfortunately. No idea where I'm going to go, because everywhere looked absolutely packed earlier today. So I might have to go quite a long way down there, unfortunately. So it's 3 degrees according to my car when I fired up first thing now. So I really wouldn't been surprised if it had been hanging up at the top last night. Pretty crazy for July. Managed to squeeze in amongst the camper vans just here, much to their annoyance. Everyone wants their own space, they tell you to move, but we're all here for the same reason, and no one's leaving until really late tonight, so tough, really. Got to park somewhere. Technically the road's closed, so I can't drive down it now. But anyway, my plan for this morning was to take advantage of the closed roads and ride this top part of the climb, which I think I will now. It's finally starting to warm up, but because I only brought summer riding gear, starting early this morning, doing absolutely Baltic. So yeah, give it another half an hour maybe, to warm up a bit more in the sun, and then roll down to the start and back up again. Time to get cold. At least I'm descending towards the heat and I'm dry. Usually when you're descending, you're absolutely soaking wet with sweat having just done the col. I'm starting at the top and going down. So, at least in the sun it's not too bad. But, got about 5 hours before the caravan comes past. Should be plenty of time to ride down to Col du Galibier and back up again. It's only 8 kilometres each way. This is crazy, and the race isn't even coming out this side of the Col today, it's coming from that side. Glad I didn't drive over here last night, because I definitely would not have found anywhere to park. It's absolutely heaving. In a few hours time, we'll be winding the way up from Briançon, way down there, 20-30 kilometres away. Coming all the way up to here, and then tackling the mighty Col du Galibier, up there. That's my van. That's where I was parked last night. You can see where they asked me to move. Big barrier there now. That's pretty special, getting to ride one of the world's most famous climbs hours before the world's best riders league battle on it. Now I just need to decide whether I stay here close to the van to watch or head up towards the chaos of the final kilometre. But to be honest, it's a pretty amazing vantage point here. I might stay here, just have to see what the atmosphere is like. Mountain shower. Hey.
Leclerc.
I think that's the excitement of the caravan over. Basically all the major race sponsors drive about 2 hours before the riders come through and check out a load of free shit. So get loads of hats like this, little bags of Haribo, key rings, flags, basically loads of free junk, but everyone fights for it anyway. Haribo is obviously pretty useful, and if you're lucky you get one of the nice t-shirts as well. But yeah, just a bit of pre-race excitement. Often it's more exciting than the actual race. Still winding its way up the hill now. Here's my haul this year, apart from the book, obviously. Got one of the t-shirts, lots more of these hats, sweatband, that's pretty useful. Calm before the storm now. Down here at least anyway. Still a full-blown party going on up there. TV helicopters are flying overhead now, so the road is getting pretty close, finally. Veto, the last riders. Hope the cab's still in there. Allez! Allez! Not much to do now except sit and wait, because I need to go that way. That's the same direction the race has gone. There's still tens of thousands of people who need to come back down the road before they open again and I can go over. So, guess I sit tight. So, the road back north over the Col du Galibier wasn't going to open up again until 10 PM tonight, and wouldn't have to do work tomorrow. I might well have just waited there, cooked some dinner first and driven home much later. But I figured I got nearly 4 hours to wait until they're going to open it, and I could have driven most of the way home in that time. So I've come the much longer way around instead, which means I've got to drive over Col du Galibier, which is an absolutely stunning road to drive. I'd have to come over here with my bike one day and cycle it in both directions, because yeah, it's a brilliant drive. It must be a brilliant cycle as well. But yeah, much longer way around, much slower. Plus I've lost a load of elevation to get down to the bottom of the main trunk valley. Don't only have to make it up again to here. So yeah, costing more in fuel, but it is what it is. Had a great day, and this was the one and only chance I get to watch Tour de France this year, so had to be done, and I've got to get back, so here we are. If you got this far, thanks for watching. I know it's a bit of a diversion from a lot of my usual content. I know plenty of you are interested in the Tour de France, and hopefully lots of you are interested in vans and van life as well, so hopefully there's enough of an overlap on that Venn diagram to keep you interested to the end. But yeah, for now, all that's left is for me to enjoy this sweet bit of tarmac at the end.